Yo, what up, man? What up, world? We are back with another video. I feel like it's been a minute. I've been traveling, doing a lot of work. So I feel good to be back in the studio and get some more content to y'all so we could talk about things that are going to help you up-level your life. Now, in this video, we're going to specifically focus on some leadership things. I really want to do things like, kind of just differentiate the difference between management and leadership. Now, I do want to emphasize that while management does focus on, the complexities of things like planning, control, etc., I do think leadership focuses on things like change through vision and inspiration. And that any successful organization actually needs both. So I'm not saying one is better than the other. I just want to be able to help you guys and you viewers tap into both of those elements so you can succeed in your world, whether it is more focused on management or leadership, and be able to really just clarify the distinct roles of both, right? So that's what I want you to get out of this. I want to educate you on the fundamentals and the differences between these two, what I like to consider essential functions within any major organization, corporation, etc., right? Because again, they both are extremely important, and you can't really have one without the other. So it's important to be able to demonstrate that neither management nor leadership alone is enough to get the job done. They both are necessary, especially when you're talking about navigating today's world, the business environment today, I should say. So think about those things. Ask yourself, do you excel more in leadership or do you excel more in management, right? Are you more encouraged to develop leader/manager style, or do you want to just cultivate skills in one versus the other? I think you can do both. I really do believe that both can be done, but it's completely up to you. I do feel like for any of you individuals, they can effectively blend both the competencies of leadership and management, you will be successful. So go look into both management and leadership, clearly understand what they are, and then go for it. Because we often hear about leadership, but what does it really mean? I mean, ask yourself, do you think it's the same thing as management? If you do, I'm telling you right now, in this video, what I'm about to do is demystify leadership. I want to be able to explore how it differs from management. And then I also want to understand why both are crucial for navigating these dynamic business landscapes. So that's what we're going to get in here. I'm about to lace y'all up with some game. I hope y'all are ready. You know this is what I do. You know I've been doing this for a long time, but it's not about me. It's about you. All right? So we're going to start off with management, right? Management is really just about like order and consistency. It's about planning, budgeting, organizing, problem solving, all that jazz. I like to consider it like the engine that keeps the machine running smoothly. In corporate, we say what keeps the business running, right? Leadership, on the other hand, I like to consider that something that's more about like the vision, the direction, alignment, and finding motivation. It's like that compass that guides the ship, through them crazy seas and uncharted waters, whether you're on a yacht or you're a pirate in the game, right? So another way to think of it is like this. Management builds the train tracks while leadership sets the train's destination. and inspires everyone to board, right? Put that together, right? Because both are essential for a successful journey. So are you building the tracks or are you inspiring and setting the destination? Either way, it's extremely important because I'm telling you, in today's business world, in the corporate world, organizations need both strong management and strong leadership in order to thrive. It's essential, it's imperative. So you have to have either leadership skills or management skills or both. And a lot of people ask, like, well, how do you get good at one? How do you master it? Well, first you have to understand the distinct functions of each. Go develop skills in both areas. That's going to get you to where you want to be. It's also going to help you recognize that not everyone does excel at both. And you can value the strength that each brings. So again, perspective on how they are different is going to help you. I like to think of management as the thing that plans while leadership sets direction. Simple as that. And when I say planning, what I'm talking about is like creating those detailed steps to achieve specific goals. You need to set those steps to achieve specific goals. And when I say direction, I mean setting direction is essentially crafting a vision of the future and developing strategies to get there. So you can bring both of those together. Get you a strong manager and a good leader, and then you can do anything. So think of planning as, like I said, you're creating a detailed map. I'm going to give you some more analogies. Think of it as creating a detailed map for a route that you've done before, while setting direction is like charting a course for a new expedition, right? You've already went down this way before, so you know that's what you want to do. You know how to set the steps. But now on the other side with leadership, you're like, man, what are we going to go do this new? And in today's world, this is extremely important because while everything is changing so fast, a clear direction is going to be essential when it comes to navigating uncertainty and staying ahead of the curve. If you want to stay ahead of the game, you have to be able to navigate change and ambiguity. So if you want to do that, what I recommend is gathering data, identifying patterns, and crafting compelling visions. You also have to be able to communicate that vision clearly and then inspire others to embrace it. And I'm not just telling you this as fluff. This is stuff that I have to do on a regular basis at a very large tech company where we see management as something that just kind of, like I said, organizes, leadership aligns. Simple as that. Management organizes, leadership aligns. And by organizing, like I said, we're creating structure and systems to implement plans. Now, aligning is about communicating the vision and then building those coalitions to achieve it. It takes two different type of people, but you can have a happy medium of both. Which one do you have is the real question. That's what you got to ask yourself. And which one do you naturally excel at? I'm going to use another analogy. I like to think of organizing as really just building a machine with well-defined parts. While aligning, I'd say that's more like conducting an orchestra. You got to make sure everyone plays in sync and in harmony, but you're not building anything. You're just kind of, like I said, constructing and singing and setting the pace and the flow. And I feel like today, in this like interconnected world that we have, whether it's in real life or social media, etc., like success depends on collaboration and buy-in from diverse stakeholders. So you got to have a set of stakeholders completely different that are going to buy in. Now, if you get good at communicating effectively and building trust and empowering others to take ownership of the vision, that's how you can be good at this. You have to give other people empowerment. I remember for me, when I worked on a team, This is a couple of years back, maybe like half a decade or so. I've been in the game. I've been in the game for real. The team that I was on was like heavily managed, but it lacked leadership. So we had all the detailed plans, all the charters and etc., but we had no clear direction. And what that resulted in was we were just constantly reacting to change. We were very reactive rather than being proactive and shaping our future. So that's what happens when you don't have the leadership portion. You got to tap in. I also think that like management is more of a control situation where leadership is more of a motivating situation. And by control, like I said, monitoring those results, taking those corrective actions, and motivation being that you're able to inspire people to overcome obstacles and achieve visions. And that is not easy, especially when you deal with different personalities, multiple people from multiple backgrounds, cultures, etc. So you want to think of it in a way that how do I tap in with all these different people and get everyone on the same page? You can do it. You watching this video can actually be a dope leader, but you have to do it with passion and purpose. And I think that's extremely important because, like I said, where you in a world like today where like everyone is just super dynamic, people actually need to be energized and then pumped up and re-energized. And that's going to be up to you as a leader to inspire those folks to adapt and innovate. I think that like when it comes to having these visions, you have to also be able to articulate the vision and involve people in the decision-making process. This is how you can show that, hey, I'm here to provide support and then recognize those achievements. I just had a conversation with my team last week about how I need to recognize them more for their achievements. So you need to think about that while you're working with your teams and people. Like, not everyone's going to excel at both leadership and management, but companies and organizations should strive to develop leader managers, because for you as an individual who's a leader manager, you're going to possess the skills to both manage complexity and lead change. So you want to be able to manage complexity and lead change. So think of yourself as a leader manager, meaning you're versatile. Like, think about it, like the all-around athlete. You can play different sports, different positions, and still be successful. You want to be like that in the work world. And this is going to create a more agile and resilient organization, team, etc., which is going to make your job more easy and fulfilling, especially when challenges come. Now, I will say this. I do think it's going to be important to seek opportunities to be able to develop management and leadership skills. You have to go out your way to go learn. If you think that you already have it right now, you don't. I'm telling you right now, you don't. You have to go learn. Get your face in the books. Go take online classes. There's actually free online classes that you can take at Stanford, Harvard, etc., and just get the knowledge. Go on YouTube Academy, man. Come on, it's there. But like, again, let's look at real world examples. So the companies that are actually most successful at this, they really do blend strong leadership and management to achieve those like crazy, remarkable results that they get. And then they innovate, adapt, and thrive in these competitive markets. You can do that too. You can innovate, adapt, and thrive in these competitive markets. All right, so use your strong leadership to drive that innovation and growth. And then lean into your strong management to ensure efficiency and sustainability. That's it, y'all. I'm going to keep it short. I think I just gave you guys a lot of gems. Now, if you really watch this and soak it up, you'll be able to do a lot. I'm going to leave you with some homework so you can do this. I think that this week you need to identify one area where you can actually apply both management and leadership skills. Go develop a plan to implement your vision and see if you can inspire other people to join you. I think that's going to be the challenge right there, is inspiring other people to join you. It's kind of like the social media stuff and online, like getting followers, etc. Like, it's not as easy as it looks. But just remember, leadership is not a title, it's an action. So you have to embrace your potential to lead and manage. And that's how you're going to create a lasting impact. Don't slow up. You got to stay on them. Keep your foot on the gas. Now, if you found this video valuable, I need you to hit that like button. And I also need you to subscribe and share this out to other people in your field. I don't care. Throw it on LinkedIn, repost it on YouTube, throw it on your Instagram. All the support is super appreciated. But again, like I said, just share it with someone who needs to hear it. That being said, I appreciate y'all watching this. I'm going to keep coming back with more knowledge and game for y'all, and I'm going to catch you in the next one. So, catch you later. Peace.